All right, man. The Detroit Lions are they're implementing some concepts from the Rams offense for Jared Goff to make him more successful. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit on notification, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live, drop a video. Okay. So, they said they implemented some Lions OC Ben Johnson implementing concepts from the Jared Goff successful Rams years. My thing is this. I mean, where you gonna find the prime Todd Gurley at? I say that with all being very serious. Where you gonna find the prime Todd Gurley at? Real talk. Where you gonna find the prime Todd Gurley at? Because that's what made that engine go. That's what made when they took Todd Gurley away. I was still surprised when he was half-ass healthy down the stretch of their playoff run, and they made it to the Super Bowl. But Bill Belichick stopped all of that. He knew that Sean McVay was also telling him where to go with the football at. So, like I said before, is the OC Ben Johnson gonna be able to tell Jared Goff where to go with the football at? The NFL already exposed Jared Goff on many levels on that. So he can say he can try and do all this stuff to tailor made Jared Goff, but can you tell him where to go with the football? Like Sean McVay did. Can you find the prime Todd Gurley? He just spoke out and said that, last year, not once did he say he missed being out there on the football field. We just talked about DeAndre Swift. That's another injury prone, Georgia running back right there. So, I mean, Nick Chubb was too. He had 2 ACL injuries in college, but he's holding up right now. So, like I said before, man, they can fake like, if they could have put that pixie dust back on Jared Goff in LA, they would have. He wouldn't even be in Detroit. So, they can try to get back to basics all they want to, but the remedy for that is you got to find somebody that can do what Todd Gurley can do. You have to, you have to draw plays for him where this with simplicity, but it seemed complex. That's what the Rams offense was, all smoke and mirrors. That's all it was. It was just, here they go. I left the window open. It was just about, it was just about smoke and mirrors. It wasn't too much complex with it. But Matt Patricia figured out we keep everything in front of us, and we keep everything in front of us, and then we crack down, and try to slow Gurley up as much as we can. The offense is not that complex, and it wasn't. All they was doing, everything is based off the play action. We'll run it, zone outside, come back, next time we come back, you don't know if we're going to run a zone outside because we got 12 yards. Now we might play action off of it. And it looked like, Cooper Kupp going for a cross, but now he going to a cross, then he go to a post. You know what I'm saying? The next time you say, you know what, man, I'm going to sit on that cross. I'm going to sit on that post. We're going to sit somebody on that post route. The next thing they come back with the same concept and they'll run the football. Then they come back off that same concept. They'll flip it. They're running to the left this time. Then they play action off of it the next time. And instead of, Cooper Kupp going to the crossing route, going to the cross to the post, he goes straight to the crossing route. And if you defend that, then they got Robert Woods, coming on the comeback and coming down deep on the deep post route. So, once you stop the run, all that stop. I don't have to play the run action. I don't have to play the play action. Guess what? I'm gonna sit on these routes, and they can't get separation. Their scheme was creating separation for their talent. That's exactly what it was. And now Detroit, they do got the receivers, but we'll see. We'll see. But they offense was supposed to be. It looked complex, but it wasn't complex. But it got a lot of people. And, Jared Goff wasn't the key cog in that offense. It was Todd Gurley that made that really go. But it says Detroit Lions quarterback Jared Goff played some of his best football of his career just a few years ago, 17 and 18. Goff was considered a young, rising talent, potentially top-tier quarterback in the league. Over that stretch, Goff ranked 6th in yard per attempt, 8.2, 4th in touchdown, 60, and 6th in passer rate, 100.8. Since then, though, he's ranked in the bottom half of the league in all 3 categories because they know Todd Gurley. They figured out that offense. Naturally, the Lions are hoping to bring some of that magic back. Detroit new offensive coordinator Ben Johnson is going back to the tape to find that old Goff. Well, like I said, you're gonna have to tell him where to go with the football and find a prime Ty Gurley. And on top of that, that's like going to the Goodwill and trying to find a PS5. So, one thing we've done is include him a lot. I think include him a lot in what we're doing schematically. And so we spent some time this offseason watching more of the stuff he did a few years ago in LA. How can we incorporate some of that? Johnson told Detroit Media Thursday. The process involved sitting down with Goff one-on-one earlier this spring for several days, picking out things Goff did well and working to incorporate it into the scheme, to the team's new offensive scheme. One aspect of his game that will be leaned on as heavily as play action. But you gotta have, one thing about Rams, they wasn't rotating running backs in. That's the thing you think about. They wasn't rotating running backs in. They let somebody get hot. And that's the problem with Detroit. You gotta let somebody get hot. And letting somebody get hot sometimes might take some time. But DeAndre Swift ain't no Todd Gurley. I'll tell you that right now. But he said, I didn't know the play action is something he's really good at. And we're going to look at doing that. Johnson said, it's really a strength of our offense as well. We're going to be really a good running team. So that's going to show up on Sundays in play action in the movement game. Last year, the Lions ran 108 play action passes per Football Reference, which ranked 26th in the NFL. During Goff's most successful season in the NFL, 2018, the Rams ranked first in play action percentage and third time efficiency play action. Of course, the Rams were still one of the most play action heavy teams in his two worst seasons with LA as well. His efficiency dropped heavily. And that's all because of Todd Gurley, bro. That's what you can do. You can run that zone outside. You can cut it back, run it you can play action to the outside, and then drop it off to him in the flats. He can make something happen. They offense he was the key cog in that offense. And all Jared Goff had to do was put it somewhere in the vicinity, and Woods and Gurley and Cup was gonna get it. In Detroit, that's a lot different, bro, because you don't have Todd Gurley. But what you do have, you got TJ Hockenson. So you don't have Cooper Kupp, but you got Hockenson, you got Ahmad Rod, but they really gonna have to get the most out of Hockenson and Ahmad Rod. That's really what's gonna make it go after the running game. Really, them killing the short to intermediate game, killing the seams, killing the corners, killing the middle of the field. They should reign supreme with or without play action. Option routes. And on the outside, Josh Reynolds, Jameson Williams, and DJ Shark should, be guns ablazing and stretching the field. Still, Lions are confident that they can bring back that. Of course, they have no other choice but to sell you bullshit. If you think I'll be honest, say, man, we're not good with Jared Goff, man, and we're gonna wait till next year to get a quarterback. They can't say that. So they said we're still about running the football, play action pass. We hang our hat on that stuff. Head coach Dan Campbell said they didn't run a lot of play action pass, especially when Dan Campbell came in. He didn't trust Jared Goff with that football not one bit, and he threw him under the bus several times. And people optimistic because he had a nice stretch at the end of the year. And some of that could attribute to Josh Reynolds. A lot of that attribute to the opponents that they played. And that's what it was. Says last year, the Lions averaged 4 yards a carry the entire season, with all running backs returning this season. Plus, offensive line figures to be more healthy in 2021. There are legitimate reasons to believe the running game could flourish. It could, but they can't keep spreading it out between 3 or 4 backs. It got to be one key cog in that, and then they got somebody to complement him, scat back wise. And like I said, it should be Craig Reynolds and it should be DeAndre Swift. The Lions, so Goff too will have to make his own improvement. Johnson's already seen encouraging signs. His Lions quarterback is eager for feedback, showing his willingness to still learn at this point in career. Remember, he's still 20. I ain't trying to hear that shit. They be trying to sell optimism by the pound in Detroit. He said, I want to be coached hard, John. He said he wants to be coached hard. That to me is the most encouraging thing about his development. He's still growing as a player. He's not closed-minded. He's had a lot of success. He's going to the Super Bowl at the same time. He wants to continue to push the envelope. Oh, man, bro. There they go again. Get better, bro. My thing is this, bro. At the last season, you don't have no choice. You can't be constant contempt. You may taking all these people money and playing like trash. You play like trash the year you got there. Well, like they got him coming off the Super Bowl year or off his best year. they got this trash coming off his trashiest year, and that's just what it is. He making all this money. So, like I said before, you said we get rid of Matthew Stafford and we want to get better. Y'all take Jared Goff back. I mean, come on. Common sense just tell you that's like drafting Killian Hayes. Crazy. Super duper crazy. So hilarious to me, but it is what it is. So, hopefully he do get better for their sake. A lot of people talking about playoffs and being around 500. It never changes. By the time we get to week 6 or week 8, we're going to be talking about the draft again. No matter how good that defense is, if they don't get first downs and they don't do shit that's common sense and that, make somebody the number one running back and just have Swift compliment them, or make Swift the number one running back and let them just take off and go from there. I don't know, man. Then they saying that you might see Jameson Williams. You might not see Jameson Williams until middle of the season. That's fine. I don't care if he sit the whole season. I want Goff gone. But then again, they're gonna wait till next year again, and we'll see what the quarterbacks are like next year. But everybody hate Ohio State quarterbacks, everybody hated Alabama quarterbacks, Detroit. Now you could be in prime position to get one of them, which like I said before, it's like I don't even want to say that, but hey, like I said before, we'll see what Goff does. I wouldn't be surprised if he played pretty well this year. Ben Johnson seemed to be sort of smart. I won't be surprised he got a new contract. I've been waiting on him to get a new contract, so. You know how the SOL roll, so it is what it is, and everybody think he seemed to be pretty good too. So, I mean, obviously this is the quarterback Detroit Lions and their fans deserve, but no, that is what it is, man. But let me know what you girls and guys think about it. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase chance of notifications. We live drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal in the description. Cash App, Venmo, roll at the bottom of the screen. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you have a business question, inquiry, response, your video request. Appreciate the love, support. Other than that, check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. Appreciate the love, support. One time for one time. Y'all know what the business is.